Yes, you can hear me? Yes, okay. Yes, I would like to say welcome to you on the Deutschlandbühne, a session of the Land Schleswig-Holstein, Feyman AS and IHK Schleswig-Holstein. My name is Rüdiger Schacht. I'm today the representative of the Chamber of Commerce of Schleswig-Holstein, the three chambers of Lübeck, Kiel, and Flensburg. Our subject today will be intelligent infrastructure. I think all of us know how important infrastructure is for the economy, for us all. One of the very important projects, I think the most important project in Northern Europe is the Feyman Belt link, the tunnel across the Feyman Belt between the German island of Feyman and the Danish island of Lolland. We are very happy to have Robert Schmidt with us this morning. Robert Schmidt is the representative of Feyman AS. Feyman AS is a Danish state-owned company which planned the tunnel, which built the tunnel, and which will organize the traffic in the tunnel later on. And yes, we are very happy to have you here and very excited what information you can give us about this very big project, which will change a lot of things, I think, in the geography of Northern Europe, getting Germany and Denmark and also Sweden and Norway, I think, closer together. So, we have only a quarter of an hour, and the rest of the quarter will be yours, Mr. Schmidt, and yes, we are very happy to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much this morning. A very warm welcome from my side. My name is Robert Schmidt, as I was already introduced. When the Feyman Belt tunnel opens in 2029, it will be the world's longest combined tunnel for both road and rail in the world. In my presentation, I would like to focus on the intelligent solutions that are part of the Feyman Belt tunnel. But let us first have a look at the project facts. The Feyman Belt tunnel is not just a project between Denmark and Germany, it is also a European project, an important European project. The tunnel plays a central role in the trans-European transport network and closes a gap in the Scandinavian Mediterranean corridor. As you can see, it is a part of an entire network of important transport corridors. The Feyman Belt tunnel is the new link between Germany and Denmark, between continental Europe and Scandinavia. And from a Danish and Scandinavian perspective, the Feyman Belt tunnel is the logical consequence, closing the gap between Scandinavia and continental Europe. Feyman AS, as was already stated, is a Danish state-owned company tasked with planning, building, and in the end, after all, also operating the Feyman Belt tunnel. We're drawing on the experience of our sister companies, which are also part of the Sund and Belt holding, which is owned by the Danish state. They have experience from the links across the Great Belt, which you see in the middle of the image, and at the Öresund, which connects Copenhagen and Malmö, and is just the foundation of this entire project connecting Europe and Scandinavia. When the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel opens, it will have been a major construction. It will have been building 18 kilometers long tunnel connecting Rødbyhavn on the Danish island of Lolland and Puttgarden on the German island of Fehmarn. It will only take 7 minutes by train and 10 minutes by car to cross the tunnel itself, to cross the Fehmarn Belt. And it will be like the precondition for running trains between Hamburg and Copenhagen in just about 2.5 hours, and compared to 5 hours currently. But it will not only be a benefit for the passengers, it will also be a great advantage for freight, as cargo does not need in the future to run 160 kilometers around via Flensburg, Jutland, Funen, on the way to Copenhagen and beyond. So that will be a major benefit from the project. The tunnel itself is a flexible solution, so it will be open 24/7, 365 days a year. So that's just to mention these benefits, and the whole benefits will also, of course, be relevant to the region around the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel, not to mention regional development coming along with it. The Fehmarn Belt Tunnel is an immersed tunnel and consists of separate of these tubes, as you see on the screen, 2 for rail and 2 for cars. It will have a service passage in between. This is our vision. It's the tunnel portal in Puttgarden on the island of Fehmarn, and hopefully it will look like that, or close like that, in 2029. And step by step, our vision is now becoming reality. Construction is, in fact, underway. So the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel is under construction. In June 2020, so last year in June, construction started. And on the Danish side, which is visible here, we began with offshore works, which you see on the screen. In June 2020, we dropped the first stones, so to say. We positioned the first stones for the breakwaters, which will be needed for the large work harbor, which is built for the project. 1 year later, the picture looks entirely different. Rødbyhavn, the Danish, where the major part of the construction is taking place, looks now totally different. So the breakwaters of the harbor are not just only completed, the entire harbor will be ready to be used by the end of this year. The tunnel portal, so that's the entrance into the tunnel on the Danish side, is clearly visible already. And the tunnel factory is emerging behind the work harbor. As I said, the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel is an immersed tunnel, and that means it is not a bored tunnel, as most of you might associate building a tunnel with. So these elements, which are precast elements built at land, are lowered into the seabed, sealed, and so be ready to be floated and shipped out and lowered into the seabed. And in 2024, the first of these elements will be immersed. We're currently dredging the tunnel trench it will be immersed into, having started in July, first on the Danish side, and then since September, we're also dredging the 18-kilometer trench in the Baltic Sea on the German side. This is one standard element in a visualization of it. We are using, in fact, 79 of these standard elements. One of these standard elements is 217 meters long. It's 42 meters wide and 9 meters tall or high. And it's a massive construction in itself. and we'll need several of these to build the Feyman Belt Tunnel. What's more, we also have these special elements. 10 of 89 elements have this separate design. And such an element is 13 meters high and 47 meters wide. Every 2 kilometers, we're building these special elements. We're placing them in the tunnel trench. And in contrast to the standard elements, they have a lower compartment, a lower floor, which carries equipment for maintaining the tunnel and operating it. These special elements will also ease future operation of the Feyman Belt Tunnel and maintenance. In the motorway tubes, we even have these holding bays, which you see where service vehicles could park, and personnel has a safe working environment. And then the lower compartment, there's also workspaces for them. And the aim of us as the future operator is to secure the highest possible degree of availability of this piece of infrastructure. So that's why a lot of considerations were thought into. In an intelligent way, the tunnel needs to run smoothly in all operational scenarios to allow smooth and permanent availability for road and rail traffic over the next 120 years. And partially hidden are a lot of these features, numerous technical equipment, which we are currently also procuring. The Feyman Belt Tunnel has a state-of-the-art structural approach of the systems managing all these different components, and is especially important to detect abnormal behavior, to detect incidents in the tunnel once they emerge. So automatic incident management is in place and will alert the staff working in the traffic center. For instance, take a vehicle which is only driving 30 kilometers an hour instead of the allowed 110 kilometers per hour. So that it will automatically trigger an alert. The CCTV system will follow that specific vehicle, and so the staff can trigger next steps to mitigate also incidents and mitigate risks and take action once it's necessary. And as I said, that our tunnel project benefits a lot from the knowledge and the insights we gain from operation of the Öresund fixed link and the Öresund tunnel part of the bridge. The fixed link is not just the bridge, but also the tunnel. So that's our insights into these, and as a holding, we benefit a lot from that. And we could also optimize the design, but also take actions for operating it. So in the end, our vision is to allow efficiency and resilience over a life cycle of 120 years, where the tunnel is going to be in place, and of all its components it contains. So we're working very hard to make this vision become true and be ready for the future and all its technical components part of the Feyman Belt Tunnel. But in the end, it is the Feyman Belt Tunnel we are going to open in 2029. Thank you very much for your attention.